crypto market now is at a place where it's a little bit itchy, right? The price action is showing you I may actually slow down for XRP particularly, which is most likely a retest. Then we are looking for a bounce off. That kind of a structure, if you're a pattern guy, I would suggest you are looking for something like this. So we are trying to anticipate a market move because we've seen something similar over and over again in terms of what XRP does. So whether it's on a medium term, whether it's on a macro term, you guys know what the structure looks like for XRP in particular. We kind of repeat this structure for a long period of time. So that means we have a room in which we are working on now, and the RSI kind of gives you an idea in a way like, okay, I'm breaking to the upside. So if there is a bounce here, that means you may have a little bit, very short correction before you go back up. So if you're looking for a much lower target, that may not come. Why? That's key. So you need to understand what the microstructure of the market look like, what a medium term structure shows you. And that should both agree on a macro. Because if it does not agree, then there is a confusion. Like this month is about to end in a week and you are going to see a monthly close. And as of now, it shows you something which we have talked about all the way from here. And exactly that's what the market is showing you. If you break it down based on what's happening now, you have an advantage. And this change in the current financial system is about to explode. There is a lot of things which is happening in one way or the other if you are focusing on what's happening in and around us. But especially if you look at the market psychology, this becomes even more clear. Welcome to the Scientific Investor family, where the normal retail guys learn how to become the next top 10% of this world. Right now, when I'm going through a lot of these messages in the comment section, I'm really happy to see some of you are really learning. So the amount of time and energy we put in here is useful, and this segment of the breakdown of different assets in crypto market is giving a lot of value for you guys, and I'm really happy to know that. Now, one of the primary reasons for that is you should look at this and say what's happening here. We had a short-term pattern which was kind of a continuation pattern. So you had a trend where you were coming down, now you consolidated there, you broke lower, now you're retesting that, and if it's getting rejected, now put this on a different narrative saying like, okay, I think Bitcoin dominance is not going down, it's still going up. Okay, even in that case, you may actually get this, a double bottom before you go back up. Fine. So what will you see in the market while it go down? So that's the first phase, maybe next 1 week. So before the monthly candle closes, if you are to watch something like this, that's what you're looking here. The first structure, the retest, that's what you're looking here. The next structure. So if you look at each of these times, you had different segments of altcoins running up. So the Bitcoin dominance is going down because some other players in the market, the altcoins, are taking that part, the dominance out. So when you look at Bitcoin itself, it doesn't show you any bearish kind of scenario. If you look at the 2-hour chart, Bitcoin is showing you a bullish structure. Yes, this is a fake out on a 2-hour chart for sure. You may have to try and break this to the upside. But if you look at that on a 4-hour chart, a higher time frame structure compared to that, you can put the argument this was the fake out region. We have broken that range clearly, and we are staying above that for now, which is great. And if you are looking at a breakout, retest, and a bounce, that means we're talking about something like 40,000 plus in Bitcoin. Now, we haven't seen those levels for an extended period of time, which means, again, the FOMO, the market attention, the media, all of that is going to come back into crypto. The driving attention, you'll see a lot of FOMO entering. So now you have the daily. looking at last few months, showing you it's turning bullish, it's still bullish, it's not going bearish, which is fine, which is great, because you had the negative divergence and the price didn't go down. Think about that for a moment. Now you have another divergence, which is hidden bullish divergence. The price is going up, RSI is going down in the bottom, not the top. We're not talking about the higher highs, we're talking about the lows. In that perspective, it shows you again it's turning bullish, which means on a monthly, think about this. This is huge. Remember, there was a time when we were talking about the next phase, putting the argument like, when we are getting a corrective trend here, we argued that this should be the case. And now here we are, from that 25,000, we are $10,000, $12,000 up in Bitcoin. The market is actually taking that clearly. So when you actually imagine like, okay, this is where we are going, we had this breakthrough, we actually retested and bounced. Wow, that was really great to observe. Now, if you put this on a line chart, all of us would agree on something. This is the trend, and you buy into the trend, not against it. So now look at the RSI for that matter. It's clear, it's easy, it's kind of much better this way. This was your range, you broke that. You went up, you retested that, you bounced, and in that bounce, you broke this level too. So you are trending higher on a monthly chart. So if you go on a lower time frame structure to bet against the market, it can be bad. Now, if a lower time frame structure gives you a buying opportunity, yeah, if it's me, I'll take it. I'll seize that opportunity, because for me, the way I'm looking at the market, this range was the key. Great. Now you are above that. So that range has been valid for a long time, and now you're above this. So if there is a retest and a bounce, that's cool, that's great. But when you look back at the history, we can put the argument like, okay, we cannot actually completely neglect the fact that we may come close to the moving average and then take off. That is still a possibility, but that possibilities happened when the RSI was below a zone of overbought territory. Right now, you're here. So last time when you did not enter the overbought territory, yes, you came back to the moving average. Yes, you came back to the moving average. Great. But now this is more or less like you're here. You're waiting there for the moving average to catch up. The price is not going down to test the moving average. So price is saying, okay, if you want to taste me, come here. That's a different story. So that means you may actually consolidate here, which is completely fine. That's what we are looking at here. The Bitcoin dominance slowing down. So Bitcoin still staying close to where it is and moving a little bit higher, but all coins stealing the show. And if XRP can do this here, that means XRP would allow some more FOMO coming in. Now, all of these are short-term charts. So it's not a macro kind of bullish movement we are looking at. This is just the starting point of something. Because the argument of this trend line is still there. We're bouncing off. So get a retest and a bounce. That should show us the fact that we are breaking through this and a retest and a bounce. So yes, you're going to see multiple levels of resistance coming in, price going through this. It won't be a one candle like this. That was based on news. So if you are looking for a candle like this popping towards $100, it would be really hard. So for us, what we are looking at as one of the well-educated community in the crypto is, okay, this is going to be a slow phase until you see a break of $1, which is going to be the psychological level. Now, if you follow the price action, you can put the argument, it's like 0.95. So if you're above that, 0.98 or $1, that should be a huge move. Now, remember, the arguments made in the market was more or less that this is going down, this is going down, this is going down. This was the argument, right? It's a pattern where you're looking to the downside. So I personally see similar arguments being made for XRP, right? The argument here is that no, this is a structure which you are looking at. You came to the downside, you're consolidating here, you should go down. This is what some people are arguing. But in the entire market right now, are you watching any of those happening? Instead, you come down, you form your accumulation region, you break higher, came back down, retest bounce. Now you are making your last point of support. So XRP is about to enter into the phase E of that bull market cycle. So we discussed about this in detail in last couple of videos. The long-term view, possible targets, and the Wyckoff structure. That means the market is showing you that everyone will get something different. But who can find the pattern or the price structure or the market psychology with the highest odds will lead you in the right direction. Others will confuse you. So make sure you understand what we are going through. So that's one of the reasons why I spent that much amount of time to go through all of these assets to give it to the SI family. 730 plus members are here taking benefit of that. So if you want to join this party, you want to make sure this bull market, you take the most out, then look at the link in the description. I'm eager to talk to you. The one-on-one sessions are now getting packed. We're going through a lot of different portfolios, sharing my opinion, sharing my thought process. If it's me, what I would have done with that portfolio with a lot of different assets, small groups, all of that. So now, if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do that. Now that's a request. Now, when we go back into the market, you also have to understand the central bankers come out and they say, no, crypto is still used for terrorism funding, that kind of thing. And I'm like, crypto is here just 10 years back. What the hell was they were using dollars, euros, any fiat currencies before that? Yes or no? Yes. So central bankers are now coming to BS about that. And that's one of the reasons why when you actually see central bank is being closed down, but good luck, right? So the people are starting to understand that these bankers are looting them from their purchasing power. That's the financial system we are in. So yes, this is in just one country, but that wave will go in around the world. So we should be watching how the world is evolving. So that's where a lot of money is entering into the crypto sphere. A lot of money is entering into this network. That's where we look at like, okay, we just had an issue in Binance, but Bitcoin is not dropping, it's going up. Why? The market understand that. Yeah, they are trying to take control of every segment of this financial system. If crypto is about to take off, they know a lot of people are using Binance and they'll know how many of you cash out at what, using which wallet to which country. All those idea will be there for them. That's why I always say keep your stuff secret. When you want to cash out, think positive. Look for different exchanges where you have volume, but they are not in the realm of their control, which gives you more and more safety. But again, you'll go into the conspiracy stuff when we talk about that. But when you go back to the reality and understand that, okay, this is happening in the stock market, I mean, that's something weird, right? The dollar is actually breaking through, going to the downside. Gold is close to $2,000. I mean, that's how bad the actual financial system situation is. If gold is going up, that means that there is something wrong in the financial systems. Otherwise, people would not run into safe haven assets. And that is one of the reasons why you're watching crypto getting more and more liquidity. So we are here talking about it, saying the possibility for you to make generational wealth still exists. We are trying to push it back higher to $1.5 trillion. Think about that for a moment. You had one of the biggest exchange being tempted like, okay, we are going to screw the CEO of the institution. Crypto is bad, crypto is scam. That kind of narrative comes back. But still, the market is not going down. The market is going up. So it's literally big guys, the whales, the financial institutions, being pressed by the elites to push a narrative. And the media did that. The governmental, bureaucrats did that. That's why a lot of retailers sold it, and institutions, vehicles, they bought it back and they're buying more and more. Otherwise, how can you explain the movement of this market when you have something like this? Say, FTX happened, the market dropped. Terra Luna was like, a rug pull event for the crypto market itself, right? The market dropped. But when Binance, one of the biggest exchange, just went through this news, media narrative stuff, the market didn't care much about that. But in reality, we actually saw a lot of people being concerned. Should I sell? Should I stay in the sidelines? Because they don't understand that the media is so corrupt that they will push the narrative into you so that their masters can take advantage of you just being a liquidity for them. That's why we say no. We look at the market structure, we try to learn from it and execute it as much positively as possible. That's why, say, when we actually look at some of these, say, we hit our target here, NXRA, 80%. We hit our targets here. That's just 2 days ago. Clay, 60%. We hit our targets here. HNT, 70% plus. So when you look at all this, it's literally happening on every single week, 4, 5, 6 different steps going and you're taking profits out. So the SI family is kind of killing it in the market. When the market is consolidating, going through this stuff. So again, if you receive value from this video, smash that like button. Let's spread the message. So guys, I'll meet you on the next video. Bye for now.